All right. So this is lesson 3, okay? Somebody says I feel like there should be more people here. Yeah. The problem is it's a Wednesday 3 o'clock class, which isn't always the funnest. Um, let's go over some stuff because I have a lot of people asking about how do I get my grade up? What do I need to do? That kind of stuff. Because I put in zeros on every Monday, and you had a quiz that was due last week. So let me go over that. First thing I'm going to do is screen share with you. Okay. Um, Everybody forgot. Yeah, maybe, but it's okay. You still have time to do it. All right. So let me share my desktop here. Okay, if you can see my screen, will you give me a thumbs up, something like that, so I can see? Green check works too. All right, very good. Okay, so this is what your class should look like right here, okay? You'll see on the announcement page on the front, this is where I post your recordings and your flipped classes. So Halloween, which was our last class, I posted that recording right here under recording lesson 10/31/18, okay? Okay, and then I also posted this on Friday. This is your flipped Friday class. So this goes over what's due, like the lesson 2 quiz, okay? So I'm always like, each class will be what's due the next either flipped class or live class, okay, if that makes sense. So you'll just have to watch this so you can get down what you need to get down, okay? And you can see right here, I have this Google Calendar that I'm going to post to a lot of these things so you can keep track of it, okay? So as you see right here, lesson 2 quiz is due today. So some people were asking, how do I get to that? So what you do is you go to content at the top here. You're just going to push content. And you're going to go down. And so we are in lesson 1, okay? And so we go over basically 2 little lessons every one. So we're in Unit 1, Introduction to Geography. So you should have already done 1.01 and 1.02. This was due last Friday, okay? If you didn't get it done, just go back, watch the video, go through these modules, take the quiz, and I got an exit ticket there too. Lesson 2, which was Friday, which is due by the end of today, this lesson 2 to keep pace, is right here. So you watch this video, okay, go through the links, take the lesson 2 quiz. Okay, this is what we're going over today, which is due Friday, okay? You will watch the video, or I guess you don't have to watch the video if you're watching this because we're going over the same thing. Go through the modules and take the quiz right there, okay? All right, so that is how you go through and take the quizzes and everything like that. I think I answered majority of the questions that were being asked. Do you have any other questions? Okay, somebody says, okay, yep. Every class is a little bit different, I understand. Are you saying you don't get it? If you don't get it, let's stay after and I'll help you with it, okay? I'm going to move on for everybody else. Yeah. So if you attend the live class, you don't have to watch the recorded class. Does that make sense? But the flipped class, everybody's going to have to watch that video because that one's not live. All right? Cool. Yeah, so everybody will want to do the exit ticket because they get a little bit of extra credit. And if you don't do good on the quiz, that was another question, how do I get my grade up? If you don't do well on the quiz, just go and take it over again. I allow as many chances you want on the quiz. Okay? All right, we good? All right, let's roll. Let's roll the next thing. Okay, so they like me to put on here objectives of what we're going over. So we're going to go over some things about the economy, government, religion, that kind of stuff. There we go. Okay, so one of the things that we talk about human impact, okay, how humans impact the earth. We kind of went through this slide as well. Different places are really cool to go to, right? We talked about sushi before. We got our sushi lovers out there. Yes. Oh, come on. It's not you. I might have sushi tonight just because you said you. I like sushi a lot. So somebody says they get sick. Somebody wants cooked fish. Ah, it's good, okay? Different areas, they have different religions, okay? Different, customs, that kind of stuff that go in there. And they all live in different places as well. Okay, so different places, okay? So let me change our toolbar real quick so you guys can answer this question here. Okay. What religion is most influential in the forming of the United States of America? Was it A, Islam, B, Mormonism, C, Judaism, or D, Christianity? Okay, so think about that. We're talking about the forming of the United States. And if you guys don't want to put down on the poll, I'm actually going to give you access to your writing tools that you can actually, if you'd like to, just circle the one you think it is. Okay, so you should have access now to do that. So you can circle which one you think it is, or box it, that kind of thing. Give you some time to do that. Okay, so the majority of you got it right. That is fantastic. Yep, it is Christianity, okay? So Christianity was there. If you look at this little map over to the side here, I like this one. It has, if you look at the key down here, it will tell you where different religions, predominant religions are, okay? If you see at the top here, Christianity is the largest, okay? And you can see the area it covers, both North and South America, a lot of Europe, and Central Africa. You got some parts like Australia and stuff like that too, but majority is North and South America. Okay, Islam is the second biggest one, okay? And you can see here they're mostly in the Middle East, a little bit into Asia, and then also North Africa. And then you also have your Asian countries as well that are more Hindu and Buddhist, okay? They do have Judaism, which is like the Jews, and they're very, very small pockets throughout. You won't even see them on this list because they're not highly populated in one area. Maybe in Jerusalem area, you might see that, but that's in the Middle East, which is kind of right here if you see my little pointing finger. Okay. All right, so also, and we're talking about different human things, we have created systems like government, okay? All right, you guys were too young to vote. I don't know, maybe we had somebody in here who was 18, right? Was anybody able to vote yesterday? Any of you guys 18 yet? No? Okay. Well, that kind of system would be what we call kind of like a democracy. It's actually a republic because we choose representatives to represent us. And it's a system that's kind of ran by the people, okay, for the people. You also have a dictatorship when we're looking at different countries. So you have like one leader or dictator that runs the government. I would say something like North Korea would be that. So just a leader that does that. And then like a monarch, okay? A monarch is like a king or queen who rules it. We don't have really official ones. I think there was one in Thailand for a while, but the king's kind of giving up. His dad died, and he's kind of given more of the power back to the people. So you did have some back in the day, like the United Kingdom, Prussia, those kind of areas, okay? But that's kind of moving away from things. Okay, as we're looking at different countries as well, we're having different economies that are there. So different economies are like a market economy, which we have here at the United States. So we look at kind of like the stock market, companies earn profits, people get wages, which pay for different things. You also have something that's called a command economy, which is more in like communist or socialist countries. Um, Basically, you are given a title that you are going to do, right? So it's like, hey, you're going to be a farmer, you're going to be a doctor. But the bad part is the farmer and the doctor make the same amount of money, okay? You don't get to decide. That's all equally distributed between everybody else. Okay, and then you have a traditional economy, which is like a trade and barter system. Okay, so for example, if I had some eggs and I needed some babysitting done, who wants to babysit my kids for eggs? I would gladly take that up because my kids are hellions. Anybody? Eggs for babysitting? Or is that not good enough? You want money? Hard pass, yeah. Nope, you're good. Okay, all right. Hey, I offered, okay? I guess, but if I offer you some money, right? Some dollar bills, maybe not dollar bills, maybe $20 bills, you'd be all cool with that? Okay, some people will, right? For money. So we are more based on that market economy there. Okay. All right. Also, things we're looking at places, we're going to look at natural resources in different areas. Okay. So, wood would be considered a natural resource, water, sunlight, um, uh, coal and mining and that kind of stuff. So, somebody says I have to pay them $100 a week for babysitting. If you're going to babysit them all the time, sure, right? Okay, and then you see this thing all the time over to the right, the picture to the right, which is oil, okay? Being able to pump for oil, getting those things. So those natural resources are something how humans impact the earth. Okay, let's have another poll question real quick, and I'm going to open it up for you guys to write on the board again as well, okay? Okay, which country consumes the most petroleum? Anybody know what petroleum is? Oil. Okay, good. Oil or gasoline. So let's see what you guys put real quick. Give you guys a second to answer that. Okay, so somebody doesn't like Russia or they're picking Russia. One of the two. Okay. A lot of people thinking China. Okay. All right. So China seems to be the group think consensus. And let me tell you right now, that only 3 of you got it right. It's the United States, okay? Although China has a bigger population than the United States has more vehicles, right? And so we drive those vehicles around. And so because of that, we consume the most petroleum out of anybody. So that's something to think about as we're looking at different places, okay? And that's one of the reasons why we have like such an aversion, okay? We're probably going to get it this winter pretty bad, where in the Wasatch Front, the clouds are trying to go over, and they're just stuck in there, and then we just send up all this pollutants in the air, and you can see it's all smoggy and stuff. So we haven't had too bad this year, I don't think, but winter it sometimes gets really bad there. Okay, and that's something why they're coming out with different versions. Like this is a Tesla right here, which is an electronic car. Somebody says toxic snow globe. I guess so, right? If it snows and it has that stuff in it. But we need to kind of be good stewards or people watching over what we're doing, right? I gotta say, I'm not the best, right? I got all things. Somebody says Tesla does 0 to 60 in 1.9 seconds. Very true, okay? Yep, it's an expensive car. But I don't know, maybe but probably eventually we're gonna all be driving around something similar to that. in the future. Okay, so this leads us on to 1.06 now, which is careers in geography. So if you wanted to go into a field of geography, what would it be like? Okay, so there's the objectives and past that. Okay, so you can, geography studies urban and regional planning. So basically, you're going to decide where bridges go and how you keep the beauty of a certain area, like rivers and stuff like that, going through cities. Okay, transportation planners are deal a lot with geography, like how this area is pretty cool. I think this is Houston, but you have a whole bunch of rivers that kind of run through there. Okay, somebody says a jazz game tonight. How did you know I was going to the jazz game tonight? Yeah, I am going to the jazz game tonight. Cool. Yeah, it is. Somebody said this is a rat maze. It is. Look at that. I mean, that's just crazy of how they've done it. Hopefully they planned it a little bit better. Utah's interesting because they have that grid system, so it makes it really that. Okay. All right, and then also a cartographer. Okay, a cartographer is somebody who draws maps. So being able to put maps and that kind of stuff. Okay, they also, one thing they do is they talk about population. Okay, the increase of population, you can see like we're at like almost 9 million. We're gonna go over different populations on there as well about how more people are being born than they're dying, and more people are coming into the United States. So we have an increase in population quite a bit. And how are we going to feed all these people and supply all these people and have the same quality of life? Okay, so some people are worried about that. So that's something that geographers think about. Okay, here's also some other different branches. There's economic geography, which talks about the economy and how it works in different areas. Environmental geography, so talking about the environment more, like earthquakes, volcanoes, that kind of stuff. Geographic education, which is a teacher, right? Kind of like me. Geographic technology, so working with like Google Maps and stuff like that. Okay. Human and cultural, so you're going in and learning about different cultures, how they work. Physical geography, more about like mountainous areas. A lot of people with the DWR, natural resources, are geographers. Okay, regional geography, so just knowing about the certain area, and then urban and regional planners, which we talked about, developing the roads and making sure people are living not flood zones and stuff like that. You don't think you could teach it? Yeah, I guess it takes some kind of skills. Okay, so that leads us to the end of class. Class was pretty short, pretty chill today. Anyways, this is our exit ticket, okay? In order to receive extra credit for your exit ticket, you must text me on my school number, which it's that number right here, okay? If you don't have access to a phone, please email me it, okay? So my email is zhancock@utahvirtual.org, okay? You can look on the classroom and do it. In the text message or the email, you need to write your full name and which branch of government interests you the most. And yes, I will open up the slides right now, and they are that. Wait, is class over? Oh, yeah, it is. Hopefully it wasn't too short for you. But I taught you a bunch of stuff. Now you can go take the quizzes. Get your grades passing, right? Okay, so each Monday I put in those zeros, okay? Bro, what is... Way too short. You loved it? Yeah. I'm kind of just like chill. Like, let's get the information out. We'll go, kind of chill, that kind of stuff, okay? Actually, I'm going to